Hello.
Hi everyone.
Oh, looks like we're live there.
We're live. We have a few different cameras set up because we're doing this on a couple different platforms.
Yep.
So sorry if we're not looking right at you or whatever.
Yeah, we just wanted to do a couple different ones to get as the word out, I guess, that we're going to talk about today as much as we can. So
yes.
lots of cameras we're managing right now. There's nobody behind there. Just me and Mo.
Just us two. But we're going to give Kickstarter updates today. So yay! I know a lot of people have been waiting to hear and have been asking what's happening. So we're finally here to tell you guys what's happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so where do we start?
Well, first of all, so with the tank, you know, I guess during manufacturing, and this is just kind of what we do at Zen, is we're always trying to improve the product, and during manufacturing, of course, we keep testing and everything else, and so we found a few different ways to improve the product as we were making this first, 250 tanks we're making. So I guess we'll go through and talk about those improvements so you guys know what we did during manufacturing. And then Mo, afterward, is going to post pics of those improvements.
Yes. So rather than trying to run around and show everything, I'll just post pictures in the comments. Instagram, I'll post on our story of changes that we made and just things that we've upgraded since we launched our Kickstarter. Because as we were going through the process, we kind of realized we needed to add some new things just to make it a better product and make it easier for you guys. So
absolutely.
So it did get pushed back a little bit, shipment, but we're still really excited and thank you guys so much for being patient.
Yes, absolutely. So one of the, I guess, first things we did is inside the tank, our first prototype, as you guys have seen, is all gray, basically, and inside the tank we actually made a black liner tub, basically. So that's really makes it look really nice in there. And then on the black liner tub there's also a water level, so it goes up to 11 inches, I think, and you want your water and salt at 10 inches. So there's a water level marker in there now to help you when you're filling up your water and salt in the tank. And also during Kickstarter, and really just this whole year, we started this Kickstarter in April of 15th this year. Time has flown by. I remember, a lot of people didn't think they were going to be able to make it till, almost delivery because it seemed so far off, but we're already here.
Yeah, we made it.
Yep, but anyhow, so a lot of people are asking about if we put lights in the tank or sound systems and different things, which we didn't. But one thing we did do is we added a lot of D-rings into the tank, so that those of you that want to add lights and sound, you can. And we already had a few D-rings in there, but we added more. And one of the big ones is that we added a D-ring to the very top, corner of the inside of the tank.
The point.
Yeah. So for those of you that want to hang a light in there. So there was that, and then just where all the D-rings connect, we put black, liner right there too. So so lots of little ones. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of little cool improvements.
And then we also changed the door, so now the neoprene seal right there, it goes all the way around, which it's awesome. It's like blacks out the whole tent. It's so dark, like no light gets in now just because we have that seal all the way around. And it's gonna help with evaporation, with temperature control, like ventilation, everything like that. So that's one thing we're stoked for is
that's a big one.
Yeah, the neoprene lining around the door. So it just helps with sealing it, blocking out light. It's awesome.
It was already awesome, but it's better now.
It's even better now. Let's see.
I think that was all the improvements.
One more thing. So on the bottom we have, or right when you step out, we have a foot pad that you can step onto, so you're not just dripping salt and water all over your floor or your carpet or things like that. And so we changed the top of that to be white, and so now you won't see salt residue when you get out and you're dripping and everything.
Oh yeah, white drip mat.
Yeah, drip mat. That's the word. We made it a white drip mat, so that's another awesome thing that we're excited about.
Oh yeah, and then that reminds me of there is only one more thing, I think.
Okay.
But we also made our radiant heating pads that we have that we use to heat the tank. that just sit under the tank. We made them thinner. So basically, just makes it look nicer, when it's sitting on the heating pad. So
yeah, and it's easier to ship. It's lighter, so save a little bit of money. Yeah. But yeah, it just looks a lot cleaner, a lot sleeker. We're so excited. So yeah, we're getting them soon, and then they'll be to you guys in.
So as far as delivery, or I guess all of those improvements, as you might imagine, all of those things extended the manufacturing process. So it took longer than we thought it was going to take, which is why we haven't started shipping the tanks yet. But, it only took us about a month longer to make the tanks. So what that means is next week we have a container scheduled to take our first batch of tanks from China next week. The following week, the second half of the first batch is going to be shipped. So, and then when we ship from, our factory in China, from China port to our warehouse in Utah in the United States, it takes 4 weeks. Now, that depends on if China's customs and the U.S. customs doesn't mess with it a lot. If they do, it could slow it down a day or up to a week or two at most. But we haven't really seen that happen a lot. So 4 weeks. So next week we ship the first batch. 4 weeks later we should have them. We start shipping. Yeah. And so basically what that means is that the last week, of November is when we're probably going to be start shipping everything. And we will be shipping in order, in priority, basically. So the first order from the very first backer, they're going to get their tank shipped first, and so on.
Purchase order.
Yeah, exactly. So the order that everybody purchased is what we're going to deliver in. And, once we get the tanks, we can crank it out. In probably 2-3 weeks, we'll be able to have all 250 tanks shipped. So we'll knock it out. We just want to make sure that all of you know that we are working extremely hard to make sure that we make a really good product for you, but also make sure that you get it as soon as possible. We're busting butt.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're really excited though. This is like the fun part, seeing everything starting to arrive and come together. So thanks guys, we're hyped. And then we also have another announcement.
Yeah, just to keep things interesting for the next month or so until we start delivering, we created a contest, I guess, that we want all of our backers to partake in if you want to. We're going to give some prizes away. So, I don't know, do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
Yeah, I can start. So, basically how it will work is we love hearing why you guys float and what it's done for you, and we think floating is really amazing, and part of our mission is just to help other people start floating and make it more accessible. So we want to hear your guys' stories of what floating has done for you, what obstacles it's helped you overcome, why you float. And so basically you can make a post on Instagram or Facebook and use the hashtag floating changed my life. And it can be a video, it can be a written post, any post with that hashtag. We'll look at every one of them, and we'll choose the top 3 most inspirational stories. Our company will vote on it, and we're going to offer, you can tell this part.
Yeah, well, just to kind of back up what she said, basically, we want to hear from all of you just why floating is so important to you and why you've decided to become a float tank owner, and really take that big step. Whether it's, I know for me, I bought the float tank and then started floating. I didn't go float and try it and then, buy the float tank. I just dove right in. So some of you might be in that same scenario. So if you have a story about a friend or family member that you've seen it changed their life, or if it changed your life personally, it doesn't matter. Just whatever story of how floating has really improved your life, post it on Instagram or Facebook, and like she said, video or just, straight words, and we're going to pick the top 3 that we like the most, I guess, or I'm sure all of them are going to be amazing, but the most inspirational ones, I'm sure that's probably going to be difficult to vote on, but
yeah.
But as far as that is concerned, 3rd place, we're going to give $100 of Zen Float Co. store credit to. 2nd place, we're going to give $250 store credit, and 1st place, we're going to give $500 of store credit to. So basically, do that contest. You know, you're always going to need salt, you're going to need filter bags, you know, pH up and down, all this craziness. So get that store credit so you don't have to, you know, use any of your own money for your maintenance supplies.
Yeah, so it's hashtag floating changed my life, and that's where we'll be looking at everyone's results. So just comment floating changed my life with your post, and we will see it under the hashtag, and that's how we'll read everyone's stories and vote, and yeah, it'll be fun. So
absolutely. And I'm going to send out an email either tonight or tomorrow with all this information too. If you don't get it, you know, make sure you email us at info@zenfloatco.com just to make sure we have your correct email. If you're a backer, so just make sure we have all that correct info.
Yep, or comment on whatever platform you're watching on, and I'll get it over to Randall and we'll take care of it. So yeah.
All right, everybody, keep an eye out for those pictures Mo's gonna post, and
yes, they'll be coming,
and the email I'm gonna send. Thanks for watching.
Okay, thanks guys.
Let's turn off the 8 cameras now.
Yep.